Today, we're going to address a common pitfall in social dynamics, particularly in the context of dating and attraction. This is known as the sequencing mistake, specifically starting with comfort instead of attraction. Understanding this mistake is crucial in avoiding missteps that can hinder the development of a romantic or sexual relationship. Imagine this scenario. A man starts his interaction by diving into deep, personal conversations or engaging in activities aimed at building comfort. While this approach might seem intuitive to create a connection, it overlooks a critical step: generating attraction. Attraction is the spark that piques interest and signifies potential romantic or sexual chemistry. Without this initial step, the man's intentions might be misconstrued as purely platonic, steering him unintentionally into the friend zone. The danger of bypassing the attraction phase is significant. It's about sending the right signals. Without establishing a sense of attraction, the dynamic can quickly become platonic. The man may find himself categorized as a friend, diminishing his chances of developing the relationship romantically or sexually. Another crucial aspect to consider is how skipping attraction can activate defense mechanisms. When comfort is pursued without prior attraction, it can be perceived as an intrusion into personal space too quickly. This can make the other person feel uneasy, guarded, and less open to further interaction. This sequencing mistake often stems from a misunderstanding of how human interactions flow, especially in romantic contexts. Typically, attraction precedes comfort. It's a natural progression where initial interest leads to deeper connections. By reversing this order, the interaction may feel forced, unnatural, and out of sync with common social dynamics. To navigate social dynamics effectively, it's essential to follow the natural progression. Start by establishing attraction to capture interest. Once this is achieved, you can then focus on building comfort, deepening the connection. Only after these stages should you move towards more intimate or personal interactions. This sequence is aligned with typical social interactions and helps in forming connections that are natural, comfortable, and mutually satisfying. By understanding and adhering to this natural progression, you increase your chances of forming genuine, meaningful connections, whether you're looking for a romantic partner or a deeper relationship. Now let's take a look at the inclination to start with seduction, bypassing the crucial stages of attraction and comfort. This approach, akin to the fool's mate in chess, can lead to superficial success but often results in long-term challenges. Consider this scenario. Someone makes an immediate, overtly sexual advance without having established any emotional connection or rapport. This rushed progression to seduction bypasses the essential phases that typically set the stage for a meaningful connection. The interaction becomes narrowly focused on physicality, lacking the depth that comes from emotional understanding and shared experiences. By skipping attraction and comfort, the interaction suffers from a stark absence of emotional depth. There's little understanding or empathy between the individuals involved, making the interaction feel hollow and one-dimensional. The term fool's mate refers to a quick but ineffective strategy in chess that only works against novices. In social interactions, a similar approach might yield immediate results but fails to create lasting relationships. This method is often marked by superficial success and lacks sustainability. Jumping directly into seduction without a foundational connection can be perceived as disrespectful and insensitive. It often leads to rejection or negative reactions, potentially harming one's social reputation and future prospects. When seduction is the sole focus, the chance to form deeper, more meaningful connections is lost. This can result in unfulfilling interactions and missed opportunities for genuine relationships that go beyond the surface level. In summary, initiating interactions with seduction, devoid of prior attraction and comfort, leads to a host of problems. These range from superficial successes to negative consequences and missed opportunities for meaningful connections. To truly succeed in forming lasting and fulfilling relationships, it's essential to follow the natural progression of social interactions. This means focusing on building emotional connections, respecting boundaries, and developing a keen social awareness. Today, we're going to explore a critical aspect often overlooked in social dynamics: the importance of the comfort phase. Skipping this phase can lead to what is known as buyer's remorse in social and romantic contexts. Let's unpack what this means and how to avoid it. Picture this. An individual successfully attracts someone but then immediately jumps to seduction, bypassing the crucial phase of comfort and emotional connection. This leap can create a gap in trust and rapport, which are essential for a meaningful and consensual progression to intimacy. Buyer's remorse in dating and romantic encounters is akin to the regret or uncertainty one might feel after a hasty purchase. In social interactions, this feeling often surfaces when things move too quickly into seduction without a solid emotional foundation. The individuals involved may later feel that their decisions were rushed, lacking a sufficient emotional base. To avoid buyer's remorse, it's imperative to establish a phase of comfort where both individuals can build trust and rapport. This comfort phase is not just a bridge between attraction and seduction. It's a necessary period for establishing a secure and deep emotional connection. The key to a successful and healthy progression in any relationship is open and honest communication. It's important to ensure that both parties are on the same page and comfortable with how the interaction is unfolding. Being mindful of the pacing is crucial. The transition to more intimate stages should be mutual, consensual, and not rushed. It's essential to allow adequate time for comfort and emotional connection to develop naturally, respecting each other's pace and boundaries. In conclusion, skipping the comfort phase can lead to feelings of regret or uncertainty, akin to buyer's remorse. To cultivate a relationship that is fulfilling and consensual, incorporating a comfort phase is indispensable. This phase allows for the development of trust, emotional connection, and ensures that the progression of the relationship is comfortable and mutually satisfying for all parties involved. Now we're going to address a common stumbling block in social and romantic dynamics, often known as being stuck in comfort, which can inadvertently lead to the friendship zone. Understanding this issue is vital in navigating the delicate balance between building rapport and advancing a relationship. Imagine this. You've successfully built a comfortable rapport with someone you're interested in. You've shared experiences, established trust, and developed a good emotional connection. However, if you linger too long in this comfort phase without advancing, you risk falling into a pattern where the relationship doesn't progress romantically. The friendship zone is a term you might be familiar with. It describes a situation where one person is interested in advancing the relationship beyond friendship, but the other person sees them merely as a friend. This often stems from a lack of expressed romantic or sexual interest, leading the relationship to be categorized as purely platonic. This phase can become a comfort trap. You might feel secure in the connection you've built, yet, without introducing elements of attraction or seduction, the relationship doesn't evolve. The other person may then solidify their perception of you as just a friend, overlooking any potential for a deeper, romantic connection. To navigate out of this zone, it's essential to balance the comfort you've established with clear indicators of your romantic or sexual interest. This could be through light flirting, playful teasing, or subtly shifting the nature of your conversations. It's about signaling that your intentions extend beyond just being friends. While maintaining the comfort you've built is important, it should be complemented with attraction cues. It's about striking a balance that keeps the relationship dynamic and growing. Be mindful of timing. Recognize when it's appropriate to transition from the comfort phase to attraction or seduction. It's a smooth but clear shift, ensuring that your intentions are understood and that the relationship progresses in the direction you desire. In summary, while being comfortable with someone is essential, staying too long in this phase without progressing can lead to being placed in the friendship zone. To avoid this, introduce elements of attraction and seduction at the right time, and balance emotional connection with clear romantic interest. This approach will help you navigate away from the comfort trap and towards a more fulfilling relationship dynamic.